Central is a school of worship with a vision to encounter God, equip the worshiper and empower the church. And across this next season we're going to be running events right around the world.
There's a huge responsibility for us as worship leaders to be trained and equipped. That's why we're passionate about bringing in great theologians and thinkers to train us to unpack the Bible. But we also need to grow in our gifts of music. That's why we want to grow in musicality, in singing, in playing, in band arrangements, lots of practical seminars. But also there's so many things we need to work on in terms of our heart attitudes, giftings and leadership.
I'm really excited about Worship Central. There's nothing like it. Thousands of worship leaders coming together, first of all to meet with God. That's the most important thing. But then there's some great teaching on all aspects of worship and living for Jesus. You will be equipped to lead worship wherever you are.
We're really excited about Westminster Central as a place to meet for our 2008 Worship Central Days. It's an incredible building with room for over 2,000 worship leaders. And this is the lobby where you'll come in, you'll get registered, and I'll take you upstairs.
Here we are in the main hall. This is where we'll be for our main times worship celebration. Check out that hall.
I think Worship Central is a really fantastic event, and I think it's really essential. You know, it's part of building the church. You know, God's building His church. I think of Nehemiah when he's building the walls of Jerusalem. One thing they do is they get all the musicians and singers back, and it kind of reminds me of that God's building something, and this is a part of it. You know, trying to get dynamic, relevant, contemporary congregational worship happening week by week. Really up for it. I think it's amazing, the mixture of theology teaching, practical teaching. It's going to be wonderful. You need to get along to at least one event, even if you need to swim the ocean or fly through the skies.
You can come and you can get new ideas. You just go back to your church feeling refreshed and able to lead worship.
It's a great atmosphere of worship, but also it's a great opportunity to learn.
It's just a great day.
The whole day was just a fantastic experience.
It's brilliant.
You can just open up, just learning how to worship, really.
Worship is our highest priority. The chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. That's why we're so passionate about Worship Central.
The great thing is it's serving the local church. Churches around the place getting served all around the globe now.
Across the year we're going to be running events around the world, actually, in London, in Scotland, in America, and in Manila and Singapore.
We are passionate about gathering everyone together to really be fired up, to allow God to speak to us, to encourage one another, to work together, to become unified. If you are a leader or a worship leader and you're desperate to see your church grow, be more creative, be more expressive in all that God is, then these days are really for you.
Whatever you do, don't waste your time going to Worship Central. It's a load of rubbish.